I record on my computer anyway. It won't be anywhere, but with the people who want to.
Uh,
Oh,
Julio, there is one feature in Facebook now that you can go create a chat room inside the group, and
mhm.
then it just gets saved. So if you want that way, you can do it. So it will
Yeah,
be
the
available for
group
everyone
can
inside
be
the group.
posted. Yeah, that is a beautiful idea, and we actually we're thinking before because we were having this trouble. This like okay, sharing the link, and we were thinking okay, maybe we should go about using those. The beautiful feature. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it will be used. It will be used in the community, and it will be used for some activity actually that we are planning to do. Um, Also coming from your own inputs and opinions how to use the community. We will get there. We will get there, and I believe we will be able to create a marvelous, marvelous, marvelous flow together. And I want to emphasize that word together. So thank you for being here today, taking your time to be with us and to listen to a crazy guy with curly hair and a well vision for the world. And I am so blessed that into this vision there are three marvelous individuals who joined officially and are co-founding these compassionate collaboration with me. These are Tommy, these are Hector, and this is Nakai. So these three people, two of them are here with us. Say hi, guys. They are co-founding compassionate collaboration, and today we'll go about sharing the vision. Today we'll go about getting you excited. I don't know if you had the chance to watch the video in Scope community. If you are all part, I think you all are part of Scope community. Raluca, okay, we got one more coming. Let me admit her. Let us all welcome Raluca joining us. Um, Hello, welcome, Raluca. Nice to have you. Nice to have you joining us. Welcome in. So I was just starting. I was just sharing to everyone what we will go about today. It will be about the vision. It will be about how you can contribute to the vision, and I will just recollect some inputs, something that could be sparked by me, Tommy, Hector, or others in this room talking. Because if there's one thing that we want with compassionate collaboration is to unite humanity and to be giving. There's these two things that we really want to make sure they happen: unite humanity and be giving. And compassionate collaboration, when you get onto talking about business, it is making business by giving, is really putting your A game into yourself and into knowing what you have, the power, the value, the greatness, the awesomeness you can share with others, and you just give it and you put it into a collaborative framework. What is a collaborative framework? Is a framework where you actually get to co-create some value for someone else with someone else. So you may be two, three, four, five people, and we are today together setting the let me call them boundaries for us to pleasantly work together. Let me call them guidelines to enjoyably moving towards a direction which is which is beneficial to compassionate collaboration and therefore to you and therefore to me. Um, if I have to present myself, I'm the one who started all of these, and as I said, I'm honored that I've been joined so far by so many people. I started all of these, and I am referring to myself as the chief of vision. So I will hold this vision as pure as it can be, so that if you have someone next to you, if you have some human being, some individual who believe in the value of collaboration, who believes in the value of using their power to give and to increase the value around their environment, bring them in. Bring them in. And please, Tommy and Hector in particular, and when Nakai will be able to show up, I say from his side, he had some work commitments, so he couldn't be available for this week, week called. But if you guys have something to add or to tweak or to correct me, go for it. I mean, don't get offended in any way. So I can tell of you guys joining this call and eventually the next calls as ambassadors of compassion and collaboration, and moving on to trying to paint a vision, an image for this vision, and what the ambassadors would kind of share and go around to share this vision to others. We get another person joining. The vision, let me start the sentence, and as Alexander joins, so at least he gets the full sentence. Oh, Alexander is in. Welcome in. I'll continue with the giving. We were just setting the vision for ourselves, and I was sharing what the vision, what compassion and collaboration concretely wants to be. The vision, together with uniting humanity and be giving, wants to create an international, and someone would may pick on the wording I use, because words have a meaning sometimes, and I take that, but it wants to be a branding and a brand holding. It wants to be a holding for partnerships, for big organizations, for big companies, or for individuals of the kind of you can imagine. I want to give you examples from the coaching industry. It could be a Tony Robbins, from well, he's dead, but from the Silicon Valley, a Steve Jobs. From you can pick them. Any industry is good. Any industry is fine. But if they're about collaboration, if they're about making a change for humanity, they may be representing through their business compassion and collaboration. I want to kind of brand impactful businesses. I want to kind of brand legendary individuals, and I want to get them out there by saying, okay, I am doing this business is great, and this is the way we operate, and we're kind of certified, we're kind of recognized by compassionate collaboration. We are recognized by compassionate collaboration because we are a collaborative and a compassionate business. Now, collaborative, not competitive. Here, we are about shifting humanity. Here we are about shifting the idea that evolution is based on competition, fighting over resources, fighting over scarcity. There's enough for everyone on this one freaking planet, and we're gonna save this planet. And we're gonna get everyone who's intended, who's willing to do something, to come together. So much easier. It's so much, I feel good by saying it, easier if we do it by doing it together. Instead of wasting our energy to fight and being competitive about it. Okay, we evolved. We got to where we are because as beings, as animals, we needed this competitive mindset to get where we are. But we are not on to stealing other women, talking about men, stealing other women from other cavemen's caves. We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that anymore. We are evolved. Then we are conscious beings. Why are we still competing? wars and conflicts, they do not make sense. I mean, they do not make sense to me. I'm from generation of the 90s, and I bet that doesn't make sense for many before me. And I know that here of younger, there's only my wife, and she'll hate me calling her out being my wife. Camila's down here in the in the room. So this is the point, and that is collaboration. But then you have another word. Today will be very, very on this tone, because I really want to see if you resonate. If you resonate, I want you all in, and I'll do my best to hold you up and collaborate with you, for you to feel comfortable in being in this collaborative family. And now I go about compassionate. Compassionate. Cum passione. Passion from pathos. Pathos means suffering. I myself, Giulio Ayrton Gonnelli, here human being, a soul embodying a mission right now, because I'm really stepping out right now, not for the first time, but for sure for the first official time in front of you. I am willing to suffer for this happening, for seeing this real. And I'm suffering as an entrepreneur. You're working throughout your life, so you know that as an entrepreneur, we want to make things happen, and I'm so grateful that I'm having this exact meeting right now, because during the whole week, I was not in the good space. I shared it in Scope, in our free community. I shared that like the kind of space and suffering I was into, because I was not able to give enough time to my newborn and to Camila, and I was not able to get onto the task as I wanted to show up as a powerful entrepreneur for compassionate collaboration and my one-on-one coaching. There was this whole thing coming, and I was like, I'm suffering. Yes, we all are. I'm willing to suffer. So I'm willing to have passion for all of this I'm doing. And if I have compassion, it means that I look at you all, and when you all will be in a space such as the one I have been during this week, as I just shared, compassionate collaboration will do its best. We will try to put the things into the right place, so that you are supported by a compassionate, so that as, and when you're compassionate, you give, we come with you, and this is come with. So compassionate, it means, if you go back into the origin of the word and so on, is with suffering. You suffering with, sorry, the other way around. Suffering with others. If I see you suffer, I'm compassionate, therefore I get closer, and at least I ask you, hey, what's going on, brother? What's going on, sister? How can I facilitate your healing? At the best of our possibilities. And this is the point. Ubuntu. This is I'm bringing that up now. It really belongs to me. I belong to this concept. Ubuntu comes from Central African tribes. And Ubuntu means I cannot be who I am without you being who you are. Therefore, I am who I am because you are who you are. And you are who you are. Guess why? Because I am who I am. There's a total interdependence. Next time, we will share with you the values, the holding values that we are defining as being the holding values for compassionate collaboration. We do have my values, but since I am not alone, I'm not alone anymore in co-founding compassionate collaboration, I decided to bring Tommy's values, Hector's values, Nakai's values, bring them together and compound them into a set of values, which will be like everything that is done accordingly to those, and something which is not accordingly to those has no reason to be around us. Unapologetically, we are compassionate and we are collaborative. We believe in interdependence. We believe in life. If something goes against life, far from my space, I'm here to shift humanity. If someone is this then there's space for conversation always. Because conversation is transformation. And yes, this is what we're on to. Now, I think I do have more to say about this, but as I would pick myself onto this, I could have always something more to say about this. So I don't want to. It's not the last meeting. I will not have this FOMO, this fear of missing out, of telling you all the excitement I have. I believe it came through the screen already. And I think I already covered the compassion and the collaboration, the vision we want to. I mean, yesterday night, this is the last thing I'll say, and then I'll make it move forward onto something, and also get your opinions, what you feel about it. Please, 1 minute. Each and one of us, I would like us to have a voice into this meeting. I don't want to be, yes, okay, I'm the visionary, yes, okay, I'm the original founder, but this is us. And so I would really love all of us to step up and say our words in 1 minute. So yesterday night, Camila and I were watching Bohemian Rhapsody. That movie, Bohemian Rhapsody, I believe you all know Bohemian Rhapsody as the song, and who's been published by, written by. For me, it's a big masterpiece, and it was a big masterpiece before I watched the movie the first time. And from that moment on, it became a sort of a guide to follow, and not the song itself, but who it represents. So I saw this Live Aid at the end of the movie. They showed the Live Aid where Queen were being present, and he was suffering from AIDS. I don't know if I get the right pronunciation through, also considering the different origins of us, but AIDS, that illness. And Freddie Mercury was ill by that, and he had short time on this earth, and he went about, I will live the time that is left to me as who HIV. Thanks, Alexander. Yes, I thought it was the same, but I wasn't sure. Thank you. Good. HIV, that one. Bless anyone who has it and who couldn't make it, and anyone who has it and will make it. He went and decided to be the performer he was born to be. And the Live Aid gave me a piece more of the vision I have. And I'll share that out of spontaneity with you all. And this is literally stepping out, and call me on my bullshits, call me on the things I want to do. The Live Aid was a massive concert with incredible and so incredible bands and singers and so on, right? I'm gonna do one of these by compassionate collaboration with you all supporting, if you'll decide to support. And I'm gonna do it about personal growth and concert, to collect money. And I don't know, this came yesterday, and I'm sharing with you something very raw. But something like that, a stadium and a whole planet connected to one event that recollects money to solve a planetary issue, recollecting £1 million. I want to aim at 1 billion euros, because I think in euros, 1 billion euros to solve I don't know what issue in this exact moment. because I am tired to hear all United Nations to speak about problems and not solving them, with all respect for their work, with all heartily and loving respect for their work. But I want to solve problems and get people who are into action, entrepreneurs. And so, yeah, this is a piece of the vision. One of the things that I want to happen, maybe talking to the most influential entrepreneurs and people on the planet, and the most influential bands on the planet, a big concert slash personal growth event during 1 week, and pouring that billion that we'll make into some planetary issue to be solved right then. This is an idea, but this is the kind of, I want to invite you to play big, dream big, feel held accountable, and feel supported. I can call out Raluca. She is doing an amazing job. I don't know about you others, but I know about her because she interviewed me, and she's doing something amazing with interviews. She has an interview series called I Am, and that was beautiful. That was beautiful to be in. I know that Tommy went for it as well. She's asking for donations and giving those donations to hospitals in Romania, right? I'm not wrong with in Romania. I believe there's so many incredible initiatives out there. I want to hold them. I want to support them. And I believe you know many other initiatives. So with this rush of emotion and visionary monologue that I could go about for another 9 hours and a half plus the extra, please have your 1 minute stage. Hector and Tommy, if you have anything to be added, what you have. You guys go 1 minute. What do you have? What came out? What's your take? There's no standard in this.
Well,
showing.
I would want to say that, everybody has their own individual vision, and we're born with it. And whether we foster it or not, it doesn't matter. The point is that I believe every single one of us has a vision, and what we do here, how we come together, is not through the language, but through the intentionality. I intend to connect with every single person, whether or not I speak the proper language or I use the right terms, because that's where the intentionality comes from. And the compassion is that I will walk it out with you as much as I am possible to do, and then some more, because we deserve this to each other, right? We have accepted a time of that competition is actually a good thing in the sense of business and everything else. So the word competition really means, the interpretation of that word is that we can, only one person wins, everybody else loses. But in compassion collaboration, we have the power, the capacity to make a culture that everybody wins at different levels. You decide what is your win, and then we'll support you. So that's my 1 minute.
Beautiful. Thank you, Hector. Let me do one thing. Hector, please share where you're from, and share where you're from, so that we actually get to clear this picture.
Okay, I am literally from the earth. I am a sovereign, and wherever I stand, that is where I am. But the truth, I am currently residing in the sovereign state of Wisconsin in the United States. Originally born in Puerto Rico.
So we have Puerto Rico, and I am originally from Brazil and got adopted, but I got raised and currently living in Italy. Yeah.
I am the state of Indiana in the United States. in a city called Kokomo. The nickname for Kokomo, which is interesting, is the city of firsts. They're known for the city of firsts because they were the first to create the automobile. Not the assembly line, but the first vehicle in the United States, the first steam engine in steel and tire. And so a lot of the stuff that we have in this world came from this small town for industrialization and for transportation. As far as I know. But yeah, I'm from here, and I grew up here, so I'm not from another country. But yeah.
Hey, your take on compassionate collaboration. Give us 30 seconds, at least.
Right. Yeah. So I love the vision of compassionate collaboration with what Julio has shared, and so much more to it than what has been briefly shared. For me, I see us being able to empower conscious entrepreneurs, people to be sovereign, authentic, and creative in their heart, soul purpose. And doing that together, we all have the skills, we all have gifts, we all have potentials that can be used, that can be leveraged for each other's growth and highest human potential. And as a community, I take great passion and intentional community. I have for the past 10 years. And so with the community, we're able to really thrive. We're able to really tap into that inner potential that we don't have access to alone. No matter how heroic you are, how superhero you are, no matter how many great people are around you, having a community and expanding that community gives you so much collective conscience power that will unveil so much about you that you wouldn't even know without having that intentional community. So that is my little briefing of how powerful I see this project and this business that we're evolving, and I'm thankful for all of you for being a part of it. Definitely. So yeah, this is going to be a great journey for us all in our evolution.
Sweet. Amazing. Who's going next? Donja? Cynthia, all right. Please.
Oh, I'm always game to talk. First,
I love
start.
Trismegistus, huh? I love Trismegistus. I love Cynthia Trismegistus. It's powerful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with Hermes?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He is my jam. And that is the philosophical school that I follow and practice as the person that I am. I would also like to first and foremost say how grateful and how much love I have to look upon this beautiful garden of faces I see before me. I just can't tell you how happy I am to see all of you here. So thank you. I am a quasi-representative of Agora ILP.org. That's the International Logic Party. And I am suggesting myself as president of the United States, not because I necessarily want to be president, but because I think I can do a better job than our current choices being presented. I am in Pennsylvania, United States of America. I am a philosophy person. No, I am not a philosopher, but I am always constantly in the process of becoming a philosopher. Yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you so much.
How will this? I love this, and I love this. I will not go beyond that. Asking you, how do you think you can support compassion and collaboration? How could you mingle with us, with your aspiration? How could we support that? And how do you see where I'm going?
Well, I find that wisdom and truth functions just like not wisdom and not truth, very much like a virus. When you speak it, it has no choice but to spread. And it is with the intention with which you speak that will determine how it spreads and to whom it spreads. So if you could just maybe mention it once in a while, hey, International Logic Party has this crazy lady who thinks she might want to be president. Let's make it manifest.
Right. Namaste. I say from my own language. Who's next? I see Dan is ready. Maybe.
I'm always ready. I was born ready.
He was born. Yeah, I was waiting for you. Come on. I know that you're always in the first line.
I've been waiting 30 years of my life to be on this spotlight. So, my name is Dan. People call me Coach Dan for some reason. Maybe because I'm a coach, or maybe because I'm handsome. I prefer to think because I'm handsome, but I believe it's for the other thing. But yeah, I'm a dear friend with Julia. I am French. I think you pretty much catch my cute accent. And well, I'm a coach. I'm a fitness coach, and I'm a life coach. I like to describe myself as a future French Tony Robbins. So that old saying, I mean, you know why I'm here.
Make a difference. And
Yeah,
to
make
be
an
on the
impact.
spotlight in Live Aid, in the Live Aid, in the compassionate collaboration aid.
Yeah, and I will bring my my guitar, and I will be part of the band.
Oh yeah, yeah. He has his own one-person band.
Yeah, it's called the band, the Dan band, the band.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah, she applauds. Love you.
Yeah.
Hello, Vina. Hello, Vina. We have the name of my next girlfriend here.
Hello, Ben. Oh man, don't start it. Don't start it here.
Too late. Too late. Already started.
We love Dan so much.
I know you do.
Right.
Oh man, okay. Yeah, he'll bring. I can tell for him. He'll bring good vibes, fun in the process. I can ensure you. You saw it already. You don't need to You don't need me to ensure that. But that's him. Thanks, Dan. We have 4 to go. 5 to go.
Yeah, I will say something.
Please.
It's really lovely to meet you all. And well, my origin is from everywhere, but basically I'm born in Holland and I'm currently in Portugal.
Okay.
Yes, and actually I'm like this one who really follow all the time the direction of the heart, really intuitively feeling what is the next step, and getting amazing downloads for humanity, really in service of humanity, and amazing solutions, because I also really love to think in solutions. It's really, we stop talking about problems, we stop talking, we take actions. And of course the systems were not for a long time like that, so I also went to a mode not taking action so much and hide because the solutions were futuristic or too big, too much judgment from the outside world, until I decide I let it go. I have to connect with the other ones who also are in alignment with who they truly are and ready to take actions, because together indeed we shift easily everything. That's really fully from a knowing. And yeah, for the projects I have in my download, for that, of course, I need to share this, and we looking for collaborating and experimenting and starting pilots and creating websites and bringing the messages out into the world so many more can become aware of all these energies and new ideas and solutions, so we really can create a benefit for all. As this is my main focus, it's finished with creation systems, whatever, for the benefit of a few. And even what you said about winning, I don't believe even in winning, because for me, winning and losing is again a duality. And I love to be beyond all the dualities existing right now in our mind and our creations, because we are creating our own reality. And when we go just all together beyond that duality, wow, the world looks completely different. So I'm in for that. Any solutions? I love to collaborate. I love to co-create. So yeah, I'm open for everything, and I'm willing to share everything as well. So thank you all. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Lovana. Thank you for your beautiful words. Absolutely, and thank you for calling us on the terms. That is also something that that putting in out there words and the vibration of words and how we use them and what words we use. That is important. That is very important. So
I'm very sensitive for that. So anybody
do that. Keep doing that, please. Keep doing that. Refine our. You have a role from now.
Yes.
I dare to give you a role right now, and I say from now on, every word that you feel is not kind of uplifting and elevating,
Ascending,
call it out.
unifying.
Call it out.
It's amazing. It's just my experience from, I call it basically my own boot camp of the consciousness awareness for the last 5 years. It's like every time it's not clear, there's a doubt, or every time I speak out and even thinking before I speak into a way like, oops, the manifestation is going spiraling downwards. And it's so the more we become aware indeed of our own power of thoughts and the words we speak, we are becoming even more amazing manifestors and becoming more and more aware of what we can create, and it's becoming much more faster. So this is amazing to share that consciousness with each one of us, because it's speedy, it's scary fast, but it's amazing, you know? So yeah.
Yes. Thank you. I mean,
You're welcome.
What else to say if not thank you from the depth of consciousness.
Okay, I can go next.
Okay.
I am Raluca. I'm from Romania. I was born here, never left for living in any part of the globe. I practiced dentistry for 15 years. And then I bumped into public speaking and fell in love. And I completely changed the course of my professional life. I found my passion and my purpose. And I am very fond of speaking and storytelling now. I am also very fond of the vision that Giulio has shared with us. I believe that working together as a synergic team could make things happen much faster and in a bigger way and in a united way. And I'm also a very practical being, so I would have a question for you guys. What kind of project really happening have you in mind, or how can we unite this knowledge and what we do in a practical way? Because the vibe of that concert is beautiful, is amazing, but let's make things happen for real.
Thank you for this question. I thank you.
Thank you
for this question. I want to say we will address the question. We finished the round. We address the question, and yes, but I not to interrupt the flow of the sharings. We'll get into it because otherwise we take word again and we don't finish it. I thank you for the question.
Thank you, Giulio.
Concreteness.
And if you want to be in my I Am series of interviews, you are very welcome. It's a sort of a way to present original, different people from all over the world, people that are authentic, that believe in what they are and what they share with the world. And I think that it's a good spot here to find this kind of people. Thank you.
Thank you, Raul, for sharing.
Thank you.
May I? May I?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Am
Yes.
I audible?
We hear
Hi guys.
we hear you.
I'm Kirti Karupadi Mule here, and I'm basically from India. Right now I'm in Oman, but we are moving back within a month or two max because there's a layoff. So by qualification, I'm an architect, and right now I call myself a mompreneur because I'm playing a big role of a mom and also a budding entrepreneur. That's what I love to call myself because I have to balance it all and I love to do it. Um, so when there is so much of consciousness and spiritual bonding and the realization of what we are talking about, I have gone through this process and it was a very intensive process which happened with me last year. And I've actually, started living my life with all the with each and every step, just negating everything that doesn't resonate with me and just bringing in whatever is pure, whatever is compassionate, as Julio says rightly, and there is no place for judgment whatsoever. So it's just unfolding in the most miraculous way. Meeting you all today is a big miracle, I would say, and I am sitting here and speaking to so many of you all from around the globe. That too without any shiver in my voice is a big miracle in itself. So a bit about my vision. I have started this initiative of Trash to Treasure. This is what I have always wanted to do, and this is what somewhere I just felt that pain whenever whatever garbage and trash we create just goes into the garbage bin, and then it just keeps on getting piled up in the landfills. So this is what disturbed me a lot of time, and I used to always think there can be something which we can do about it. And slowly I started doing research on this, and I came to know there are n number of experts, and I personally don't have this technical knowledge to turn anything and everything that we find as trash into something very useful, something of a great product. So I started looking out for teachers. I thought I can do it at least from my side. And then I thought that in long run maybe we can have an institute with all the great people who have all this technical knowledge. But then it just happened in April that we have Diana Lukoli in our group. So she started a digital launch boot camp, and we had a very intensive 14 days prompts in which I realized my purpose, that it can be taken online, it can be done with everyone. The actual meaning of Ubuntu, we all grow together. It's a collective growth. There's no one left behind. It's a win-win for everyone. So I started a community wherein we give a lot of value, all aligned with Trash to Treasure. And we also share our expertise in terms of paid workshops or courses. And we also now create a market for Trash to Treasure products. So basically, without harnessing any of the natural resources, we are all set to create a market for Trash to Treasure products. So it's like totally a different thing, and I want this thing to reach out globally. So it becomes like a revolution. It becomes a part of life. Before putting anything into the trash bin, we think twice. Can we do something about it? Can we take one step and save this trash to go into the landfills? How much can we do? How much value can we give to our mother earth? How can we make our mother earth a wonderful place to live in? So this is my passion, this is life purpose. And I don't know how do I serve to this community, because I
I think
would
you said
love to grow with you all. I would really love to grow with you all, and I'm there. It's just that I don't know how do I impart value, whatever I have learned, or so that's there. But the vision that Julio shared, of being one entire team of compassionate collaborators, and we represent, like, that's fabulous. It's just that the how part is not yet clear, but I'm sure you have that and you'll answer it. So yeah, I think I took more than a minute. Sorry for that.
It is perfect. You shared so much beauty. Let me say, you shared so much beauty. I remembered you being on that boot camp. I was on the same digital launch boot camp she was talking about, and she came out with this thing and she shared it. And I am so glad that you are indeed taking action, because of taking action we need. You asked how can you serve? You are serving humanity already, which I'm so pleased. I would say,
And
and
yeah, and we are doing it in all collaboration. So it's like
yeah, exactly,
growing together. There's no one, like one person is doing something.
exactly. And you're basically, and this is another thing where we are on to doing, is shifting the meaning on how we look at things. I mean, oh yeah, we evolve by competing. It's like, no, shift that, abandon that obsolete way of thinking. We evolve by collaborating. So we shift the perception of how reality works. And the reality does not work that when you have something, you use it, you throw it away. Doesn't work that way. Shall not work that way. Why? Because there are conscious, intentional individuals who decide not to do that anymore. And that's what we're doing here. So Kirti, the way you will be able to, I mean, I want to personally support your business, your vision. Let's not, I would almost say, let's not talk about business, let's talk about vision. I want to find another word. Elovena will find an appropriate word for it. I want to, even, of course, this is a business, and then we get onto the first one thing that we'll share and that we're making concrete to support also financially all of these wave, aside from the partnerships themselves. But what is another word? And you don't need to, also any one of you, what is another word?
You know, Giulio, I want to say that Tony Robbins, I think, said it best. He said that you should get rewarded in public for what you already do in private. And to me, that's really the concept, because money doesn't exist. I don't know if everybody knows this, but not, the way we look at currency, that is a concept. It is an abstract concept because there's no real attachment. The only value is the souls that are behind that and the agreements that we have with money.
100.
We exchange it, right? But we're not exchanging life. I exchange my commitment to you when I trade that money. That is all. So, I don't know what name we have it, but I know that it is a false concept. We are creating that reality and taking it from that lie into a new place. So, I hope that makes any sense to somebody.
Yes, makes sense. Thank you for intervening. So this said, I would just leave it to who's left, Alexander or Camila.
Okay.
Camila, eccola there.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. No, I don't have experience before Zoom, just with my family. I love to be here with you. I will put it, everyone. I love being here with you because I always been in backstage, hearing everything for the back. But yes, I'm so happy to be here, to love your vision, your ideas, to feel you with my heart. Because yes, that's a superpower I have. That is feeling people with my heart, and it's incredible. I was with the feeling, oh, I never will feel people with a camera or with a tablet, but no, it's not like that. I always love feeling people with face to face because you really feel it. But no, I'm here with you. I can hear you. I can see you, and it's amazing. Um, um, I really believe in compassionate collaboration. I believe in souls that want to transform together, like you say before, Ubuntu. I believe in this word because we are one. We are one, and you're not alone. I'm with you. I'm with you. I feel you, and I think this is a kind of moment that people are feeling alone because we're separated. But no, it's important we are together. And I believe in giving. I will give you my love. I will give you everything I can so you can grow, so you can become the person you want to become. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And fortunately,
India.
you believe in that.
India.
How's
You're right.
okay?
Yes, I just want to congratulate you on having such a wonderful queen by your side.
I received that. Thank you. Yes, I do have. I do have a wonderful queen by my side. Yeah. This was good. Alexander. Alexander, please.
So I came last, and I'll speak last. It's my turn, I believe. I'm originally from all over the world, as you say. I was born in Bulgaria and live many years in Greece. I studied here biology and medicine, so I know HIV is the virus which is causing AIDS. And about Freddie, it's an amazing music maker and amazing movie. If you've seen the movie, when he understands that he have this disease, it radically changes the way he live. He reunite with the band and makes this great event.
Yeah.
So sometimes an obstacle can change us to a better way. And he, of course, knew that at this time, at the 80s, there was no treatment and he's going to die. So maybe this event was something like his last song, what he wanted to leave to us to many years to come. And the song Bohemian Rhapsody is actually a suicide song. So it's a story, a concept. He commits suicide, he goes to hell. And I think every time I listen this song, it makes me a better man. Last, I wanna speak about passion, because it's the Greek word pathos, as you said, Julio, and it means what we can understand, the pain, the suffering, but also the thirst and the lust and what you want to achieve. And the compassion is a great concept, which is the basis of the teaching of Buddha.
Mm-hmm.
And Buddha is the enlightened man who is free of passion, and he adopts compassion so he can help the other beings. How it happened? In his story, he was a very rich prince away from the pain and the suffering, and he sees a ill man, a dying man, and he found that pain exists in the world. And an old man, he did not know that old age exists. So he decided that he want to commit himself to change the world, to free the people, not only himself. And it's amazing today we can see the whole world as one place. We know the problems, we know pollution, we know that as Kirti says, with polluting our environment, we affect the other peoples, the other countries. So it's a global community, and we can see the problems are global. So compassion may be something very practical, solving something in our lives, making our lives better, may help the world to become better. So with this understanding, we can go and find some practical way to help each other, as Raluca intended, and I think this is the next question. Thank you.
I breathe your words, and I thank you for sharing this story of Siddhartha, of the Buddha, and I thank you for taking back the word passion and compassion. I thank you for all this, and I would just very simply say that we all had something happening in our lives that brought us to believe what we do believe. And in fact, I didn't come up with compassion and collaboration just because I was humanly born with it. Humanly, I had to go through sufferings, through abandonment, and in at baby age, and that separation. Thank you for reminding of the suffering that changes you, because that separation and the negation of the birthright, like breast, that was a very bad pain, unconscious pain in my adolescence. And when I became aware of that pain of separation, and that I realized that that was the reason I was so aggressive, violent, and misappreciating the love of my parents, who sent me to France, who sent me to India, who sent me to Australia, Japan, Germany, and South America. They sent me everywhere to learn languages, and they were loving me and feeding me. I was hating them. I was hating them and mistreating them, and just saying, sorry for the French, but go fuck yourself. I don't care of what you say. That was my answer to much of what they were trying to tell me or teaching. Then I realized it, and out of awareness, which is what I work on in my one-on-one coaching, indeed, one another thing comes out of suffering. I realized that there was a different way. So before moving into answering Raluca's question, and which I believe is also Kirti's question, and anyway, it shall be everyone's question, because we are gonna be very concrete. What is the pain that brought you to believe in the fact that coming together is the only way? There's something happened and showed you that competition shall cease to exist as a concept for humanity, or for an evolved humanity. There's something that caused you thinking that. You didn't come up with that. Maybe you were born with that, and so you should go back to some previous lives. But what is that? You actually want to give the answer, Cynthia, or you want to?
I think competition in the strictly scientific term of evolution,
Yeah.
The Darwin theory, is not such a bad thing. But as we are human beings and we are intelligent and we can care about each other, maybe compassion can be a little more higher value than competition. So if we are involved in daily life competition, it will be good to be a compassionate competition, because sometimes you see obstacles and bad things make us better. So competition and so-called enemies, which we can forgive and look with compassion, is a trial that sometimes life or the universe throws to us to test us, to make us evolve. And of course, evolved human being shouldn't look for competition. I think it's what you say, the win-win theory. When
Yes.
we are in balance and we are helping each other, everybody wins. It is like in the movie with Nash, the mathematician, with the pigeons, which are trying to share the food.
What is the name of the game? The game theory. What is that? I don't remember the name.
It's the theory of equilibrium, the theory of games. The market today is based on the Nash theory of games.
Yeah. The Nash. No, yeah, I was thinking of the movie, so maybe everyone could go and see it and watch it, if they feel like. Okay. Look, I would be, as I said at the beginning, I would be able to drive these and to grasp everything you're saying but I want to respect everyone's time, as we are all here. So Cynthia, you wanted to add anything? Do you feel like to share it in a couple of minutes, and then I get and answer the question that we got, and we move it as we feel.
I just wanted to express my gratitude for you gave me verification on my personal experience. While you were talking about how the capitalist system isn't working and it's just an illusion, and we don't have to continue existing this way. I was starting to believe that I actually was naive, despite the fact that my entire life experience leads me to conclude that I am not naive. But I just wanted to express my gratitude to you for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for expressing it. It's powerful to express it, and I believe in the meetings that will come, in the time we'll have together, we will be able to nail more and more and more the energy of our thoughts and how we believe. So yeah, we're not missing out on what we're not saying this time. This is also a reminder to myself, because I would just go free and talk. But Tommy, Hector, I would get on you now. Tommy and Hector, do you have anything to add, or anyway? Do you have anything to add? Otherwise, I just go and answer the question, which is basically the Masterminds Network.
Yeah, I want to add something really quick to the beautiful conversation that we're having, and it's this.
Let me pause you super just for 1 second. Does everyone have 10 minutes? Can we take, because this was for 1 hour, right? Am I right? It was set for 1 hour, Tommy. It was not set for any hour.
That was the idea.
Okay.
But this is the intro. This is the first introductory meeting, so I've seen it. It seems like everybody seems pleasant. Doesn't seem like anybody's pressured on timing.
Okay.
But if anybody is pressured on timing, just let us know.
Yes. That's what I wanted. Okay. Now, I mean, I just wanted to make this to set this right. Hector, sorry, go.
No apologies needed. Thank you for the clarification. So, we are all affected by culture. We just to keep on the same thing. But what we're not, what we all have in common is what we were just speaking. And as a clearly talking about as well, that pain does not come to destroy us, but makes us better because we connect to a deeper sense of who we are, right? And I love how Camila just showed up. She said very few words, but she created a space that it was like drop the mic. Nobody else needed to say another word. Thank you for your presence, Camila. So what I'm getting at is culture. Culture sometimes takes a long time to develop, but how do you know culture is established? When you no longer need to use words because it's already in the way you talk. It's the way you walk. It's in the way you interact with one another. It's how you touch and you look at each other. So we are aiming. This is an initial launch. What we are aiming towards is to create an environment that it is our culture, where we no longer have to try to argue about words, technicalities, and spend a lot of time. And it'll happen. It's just that we must be consistently sharing in this space until it becomes a reality that everybody else can be affected by our presence. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for everybody and for what you guys are doing here.
Okay, all right. Wow, thank you for these enforcing, these empowering words. Look, I will now go about the answer. Yeah, the answer to the question, what of concrete as a first step, I say, because as you may imagine, in my head, especially day by day, pieces of this vision emerge. As yesterday night, the one emerged by watching Bohemian Rhapsody. Everything I see, which is amazing, I want to do that too. But the point here is that we have one concrete project, concrete offer, and we have been defining that in the past month, especially as a unique selling proposition, which we will start with. And the scope is just one free step into it. The reason why we have this first for-profit step is because we need to be able to free ourselves from every other distraction and to be real about this. And this is the creation of a network of masterminds. So I'll go about the concept of mastermind. A mastermind is a space, is actually a meeting of people where these people are holding one another accountable and are sharing their knowledge, giving their inputs for each and every member participating to the meeting, achieving his or her own goal. So there's us, for example, in this room, and each and everyone has a vision and a mission and a goal, and the mastermind will go like, okay, guys, this is my business. I need to have 10 clients by the end of this month, and each and one of you gives the knowledge and this and the inputs. How could I do it? And I just recollect them and choose one action, 2, 3 actions anyway. I mean, and for the next meeting, which would be maybe in 10 days, it would be for me to say, hey guys, this is what I did with what you said. This is how it worked. And I go on and I grow on my goal. And at the same time, during the same meeting, where I shared that, you would do the same. You, Elovena, would share about yours. You, Raluca, you, Tommy, you, each and one of us sharing about one and each and everyone's goals, and everyone helping into achieving that. So that is the concept of a mastermind. The Masterminds Network. So I realized that business is all excited about networking, and it is all excited about masterminds. And I was like, why it is not excited about networks of masterminds? That's it. That's what I that's what I came up with. Like, okay, I don't see why, if 5 people coming together can truly supercharge their life and live at a higher level, I don't see why the knowledge coming out of that 5 people group shouldn't go into an open space where other groups would come into and talk about all the knowledge and everything that comes up from each and every group. So if you imagine a square with 10 houses all around it, the 10 houses have an owner, and these owners are experts. These experts could be me, and I coach people on self-leadership and self-awareness development. This expert could be Hector, and he helps. He has this project of his own, fatherpreneurship, and so he helps fathers who are also entrepreneurs to hold the balance and to grow. Sorry, Hector, if I do not describe this at its greatness, but this to give the example. And then would be Tommy, who would help others to awake sovereignty. I always have problems with this word. Sovereignty within. Go about it. Sovereignty, yes, awakening their sovereignty within. And so there's 3 expertise. So let's go with 3 houses. Let's simplify this thing. There are 3 houses and a square and a square. The people who come with me, and they are into this mastermind hosted by me, and they would increase their self-awareness. They would develop their leadership. The people who would go with Hector, they would work on they would be father and entrepreneurs, and they would work on their balance around these 2 topics, on these 2 aspects of lives. And people going with Tommy, they would be focusing on awakening that sovereignty within. Everything that comes out of the discussion happening in the houses, there will be thrown into the square. So every member of every participant in the house can go into the square and talk about it, have Q&As, have different activities. I'm not going into the specifics because it would be like and there would be this kind of environment created. So to supercharge what happens in one mastermind, we created a network of masterminds. And for now, it's us. The idea is to have unlimited numbers of, I know it, you can deny it, but each and every one of us have something that someone else does not have. And this is also sitting on the concept of Ubuntu. I do have something that you do not have. You all have something that I do not have. Therefore, I am humble here to learn from you. Whether you're 80, whether you're 5. And so this is the point. I want thousands of masterminds. I want thousands of experts. I want them. Not from a space of ego, but from a space of service. Because it is a disservice to keep our knowledge for our own, for ourselves. I will invite other experts to host mastermind. We will train, and this is a next step. We will train people to host their own masterminds so that they can host their mastermind within the network. For now, as a very first step and concrete profitable part, there's this Masterminds Network, and there are 3 experts hosting a mastermind, and we're seeking for others who are ready to host a mastermind. In the next meeting, we can go a bit deeper onto the specifics of, like, also the revenue share, also these aspects. For now, what I can say on a very raw model, let's call it a raw model, is that I'm seeking for having affiliates, so that if someone like of you finds someone who wants to have this kind of environment around, who wants to be into a mastermind from one of us, you get a 50% of the fee of them getting in. So this is the idea. This is, and we will get more specific. We'll get less vague, of course, about it. But this is the very first project and a profitable project we want to put out there. Collaborations, as I can share from my side, being this chief of vision, partnerships, and like Kirti's business. I would just take her business as an example. Kirti's business, I'm all in to create a partnership right away, and that is all welcome, and that is always, I'm always welcoming these pieces and adding them into a, for now is virtual, I mean it's mental line of things that can be done. We are truly getting into practical, into concrete. I'm very grateful for the question, Raluca. We would have gotten into this, but the question got it even more specific. Hector, would you like? Because I noticed you reminded me of something, but please go about it so that you're clear about what you want to ask.
Absolutely, thank you.
Yeah, I would.
So I just want to say really quickly to everybody that's present here, if you have the passion, which we believe you do, that's why you're present, is that you have something to share that's really deep. And this is why we created the Masterminds Network, is to say, look, we'll give you a platform that you can share your passion, and we'll give you a format so that it comes easy. We'll walk you through it, we'll help you, and we'll handhold you so that, you know what, the first couple times, it's so, because it's so close to each in our hearts, right? We're not sure if we want to let it go and share it with that passion that you have. But you know, when you do it a couple times, it becomes easy. And what you're going to find is that there's going to be a lot of people that fall in love with what you're sharing. And so that's why we've created that network, to say, not only is a network available for you to learn, but the network is there to help you grow into your own. That's the magic of it. So it's not just about coming there to learn, it's coming there to share. And that's all I wanted to say about that.
Yeah, it's about get there and share your greatness. I mean, we're here, and we're here to empower you to do what you do, and get others to love it. because that will happen. I'm sure. I mean, if it is for Cynthia to get onto the stage and share on how to and create powerful political revolutionary leaders, please, if that's the case, we make sure to set it in a way that then becomes profitable for whoever is involved. Beneficial.
Go ahead.
Please go. Yes.
Yes, I understand exactly what you're doing here, and I fully support everything you do. My path I see as being a little different, because I am perfectly happy doing exactly what I'm doing with the resources that I have to do that with. So I would just like to offer myself to all of you who may need support in your path to, get the message out. If I can ever be of assistance to any of you, please feel free to contact me.
I take that. We take. I think we all take that. Now, talking a bit on behalf of Tommy, Hector, and Nakai. Yeah, next time you get to meet him also. I mean, for Raluca, did I answer the? I would go like that. Did I answer the question, and was the answer satisfying? You want more details? You guys, you others have other questions. Otherwise, in respect of time of us all, I would wrap it up, and we will share more and update you and get on to our next call.
Julia, I understand something like a spark of an idea, but not the details. I understand that you want to create the Mastermind Network that for start will be 4 groups or 3?
It will be 3 groups as the beginning, because we have 3 people ready to host.
Okay, and how this will happen? We members of the group will participate paying a tax, and the intent is to help each other on each other business, and then the intent is to train other mastermind leaders. I didn't get all the details and the concrete of this idea.
Okay.
Was the real quick, was you able to hear him when he was speaking, or was it cutting in and out on your end?
If I heard what Julia said, yes, I heard. Maybe I didn't catch all the details.
It was the concept that was not clear, not the voice breaking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm thinking maybe, I mean, just because I say it in a way, Hector, or you, Tommy. Yeah, you, Tommy. I mean, either.
I would love to. Yep.
Go ahead,
Tommy.
Sorry,
Okay.
I pulled him out.
All right. So, let me see if I can, first of all, identify your question properly. And your question is whether or not we have something, or you're not clear on the process on how that works.
On the process, I'm not clear how that works, and if the intent of the mastermind is helping each other's business, or is creating another mastermind trainer or leader, okay, or both, and how does it go as a process?
It is, yeah, thank you for that question. And it is definitely all of the above. We understand that there are different people are at different points in their life, right? You are already a speaker, it's your passion, you're very comfortable with it. So for somebody like you, it would be just a matter of coming into the network and finding how you niche it down to what we've identified as a very simple approach, and we call it the ABC plus D format, that everybody in the network can get time to learn from what you have to offer in a very specified time. And then on top of that, they get to see you from a live position. So you would come in to that network maybe once a week and say, hey, share something for a half hour that's on your heart, and so people get exposed to you because you are a mastermind teacher teaching a class. And so that's one aspect. But let's say there's somebody else like Hector who doesn't really know, but sure has a whole lot of passion about wanting to help men. He's not really comfortable with that. So he can come and he could learn concepts on business. He can learn concepts on how to be present, right? And be having that conversation through learning from other masterminds. And at the same time, I can just say, hey, I would like to learn how to do that. I have something, I don't know how to share it. Then the Masterminds Network will teach Hector how to distill the information that is in me in a way that it would make sense to share in that format. And now I can become a part of it. And so depending on what point you're in, there are different revenue shares. Does that answer your question?
In a big part, yes.
Okay.
I have no experience with mastermind, so I wouldn't put myself as a mastermind leader.
No, I appreciate what you're saying. What I'm saying is that, right, an example that because you have a mastery in teaching, it's normal. But what we'll do is we will help you to create a mastermind format that we know works because we've proven it before. Mm-hmm. And then you can apply it. Yeah. And then you get to teach from mastermind. What's powerful about the mastermind is that in a mastermind, you not only can you present your passion and bring people that are connecting to what you have to share, right? But you will learn from them, and everybody gets to share in that aspect. So it becomes a really synergistic environment. And that's the real power behind a mastermind.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I will appreciate if you can bring this all in a written format with all the details
again, you are asking tremendous questions, and I appreciate what you're saying because we actually are in the process and we're just a few days away
crystallize
to be able to crystallize it, and you're going to have it. You're definitely going to see it in a written form. There'll be video, there'll be a Q&A. So
thank you.
We got that covered. It's coming. You're welcome.
Yeah, this is important. This is very important. You're asking this clarifying question and these guidelines on a written form, and absolutely, as Hector said, you'll have them all. Maybe the ABCD, just shortly giving you another piece. ABCD has been distilled by a simple coaching framework. Is working on the vision, first week. Is working on the heart, vision, and why you do things. Then he's going on the head, mindset, behaviors, and working on that part. So that's second week in B. In C, you're going to work on your hands. So heart, head, and hands, and on the strategy to implement, on the actions to be implemented. But I notice I frozen. Amore? Mi vedete? No? You don't see me? You hear me?
Julio, can you hear me?
I do. You?
I think the connection is lost.
Do you?
Right. Yeah. Julio,
I hear you.
I can't hear you. Your connection got lost. Well, you popped up now. I mean, just briefly.
Well, I think everything happened for a reason.
You hear me?
It's a sign from God that means
we all agree.
It's been 30 minutes. I just.
Hello. I believe I'm back. I believe I'm back, but I don't think I am. Lo so, amore, lo so. Parla. Chiedi se ti sentono. No, ma ti sentono loro? Oh, Yami, oh, you hear me now. That's great. So, guys, you'll have it written. I don't know why I don't hear you at all in this moment, but you'll have it written. That was the answer in short. I know you hear me, I don't hear you, but I hear you from above, from Camilla. It's funny. Let's wrap it up, and Q&A. Yes, the videos in Q&A would be helpful. Let's put it this way. If it is okay with you, we create a group chat that will not absolutely be used for spams or chit chats. That will use strictly, very strictly for communications, like internal communications and announcements. And you can share what the questions are that you have, and we will be creating stuff to answer those questions so that we progress. Is that good for everyone? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let's close it this way. It was a pleasure to have you. It was a pleasure to share us and ourselves with you guys. I talk to you next week, same time. Beautiful. I see you. Namaste. I embrace you all. Tommy and Hector, are you staying with? No, Tommy's gone. The Tommy's gone. Why I don't hear you? I'm sad.